Hey everyone, today I want to share with you how I'm tracking time. I've completely changed the way I track time. I now use Timely, and I want to share with you how I do this. But let's get started with why I track my time and why I became so much obsessed about this. So when I just started freelancing, I used to track time, and my goal for that was to try and learn how much projects really take me so that I can better estimate when I'm pricing or when I'm scheduling new projects. And so I used to, start and stop. I used to use Toggle for that. It was very frustrating because I would always forget to start or forget to stop. But, I forced myself to do this. And after a while, I saw that what I estimate and what ends up happening is becoming pretty correlated. And I really understood how much things are about to take me. Now I'm pretty good with this, especially with Webflow project. I can almost estimate down to, the hour, how long something is going to take me to execute. And I think that's great. But at that point, because I was so frustrated with, tracking my time, I actually stopped doing this. And I felt like I don't need to do this anymore. But recently, I've been really diving and learning how to better run my freelance business. And I really understood that one of the key things to improve my business that I need to do is to track everything down so that I can have metrics and really understand at the end of the month, where did my time go? Not only time dedicated to client projects, also the time that I spend, making those YouTube channels, talking to potential leads, working on proposals, doing everything, social media, all of my tasks, really understand how much they're taking, and also, continuing to update my estimate versus what really happens. And so a few weeks or months ago, I did a video with Francesco from Keep Productive where we discussed kind of how to do time tracking, and I was very frustrated with it. Afterwards, Timely actually wrote me down on Twitter that they're coming up with a new feature that's kind of AI based. So their algorithm learns what you're doing, and then it automatically is supposed to track your time. And so I said, hey, let's give it a try. And I installed Timely, and actually I was sold on it. I actually became converted into a paying customer, and I want to show you how it works right now and why it's so important. So basically, when it's installed, you have this kind of a thing here tracking everything that you do on your computer, and so you don't have to remember to open it or close it. And when you open this, you'll be able to see everything that I did today in all the software, in all the tabs that I was browsing. So as you can see, this is my morning. I can actually see, you can see where I actually started working, which is around 9:30 here, but also I did a little bit of work at 6:30 when I just woke up. And so even if I don't remember, I usually have kind of like a calendar event of what I'm trying to do, but sometimes it takes, as you can see, a little bit more than that. So now that I have this, I can actually mark this down like this. After the fact, I don't have to remember to do this on time. I can do this at the end of the day or even at the end of the week and say, I was working on the Webflow Masterclass doing writing emails. And so I will do this. I will log in 1 hour and 5 minutes down to the 5 minutes, and do this and move up into the next project that I've worked on. And you can see that sometimes it's correlated to the event, sometimes it takes longer. And they actually have an app on my iPhone that actually tracks location. So if I'm going to a client, you can actually see by my movement how long it took me to get there, how long it took me to go back to the office. So I can really track the time, not just the hour for the meeting, like the total time that it kind of wasted or I invested in this project during my day. And after you do this at the end of the week, or you can see your monthly report, and you can see how long I worked every day, and actually also how much money I made every day. Now I don't track all of my projects based on time. Some of them, or based on budget. So some of it I have with the time. Some of them I'm budgeting money. Some of them I'm budgeting time. So it's different. And not all of my projects are, client work. I also have Prospero. I also have my Webflow Masterclass. But now I can really have a very interesting, and I'm learning a lot about how my time as a business owner is spent. And I can also attribute, what my investment, the hours it took me to do something, and how much money came up eventually. So if I would write a proposal to a client, maybe it it didn't end up happening, but if it did end up happening, I can estimate that into, you know, how long I've been working and investing in that project in general. And so I will do another in-depth video about measuring the metrics that I use to measure for my business and the reporting, and because I've been really diving deep into that right now, especially with the book that's called, I think it's called The Blueprint of Highly Successful Business or something like that, but it's really dives deep into accounting, doing reports, and really understand what's going on in your business. Very, very interesting. I feel like it's taking my business from kind of like a freelancer who doesn't really have a clue about what's going on in their business to having really a clear kind of a cockpit with all the dials where you really understand where you are, what's going to happen soon, next few months, what really actually happened during the past few months. And that gives me a lot of clarity and ability to change what needs to change in order for me to reach where I have to reach. All right, hope this was helpful for you guys. Have an awesome day. I'll see you tomorrow.